For someone that plays on a lot of different builds, no matter if you're playing on a small guard, a big guard, a lockdown, a popper, or even a 7-footer, or even those 6'10" builds, today I'm going to be giving you some of the best jump shots you can use in NBA 2K25, and it may be see one of the jump shots in today's video as you end up putting them in the comment section. With all the info I'm going to end up giving y'all today, from the best bases you can use, from the best jump shots you can use, or also some of the best dribble pull-ups. And speaking of best dribble pull-ups, there's not that many good dribble pull-ups in NBA 2K25. I can say maybe it's 5 or 6 that you can use, but as a small guard and you like the rhythm shoot, I definitely recommend you using Chris Paul. CP3 has one of the best rhythm shots when it comes to dribble pull-ups on this game, but if you don't like CP3, you can always use Pro 2. Pro 2 is maybe the most used when it comes to fading or using the dribble pull-up. But now if you're a starter 4 rep, and a lot of people ask, where's Kobe, where's Devin Booker, you need to be a starter 4 rep to unlock Kobe Bryant or Devin Booker dribble pull-up, in which these two are still solid dribble pull-ups as of like 2K23 or even 2K24. But as of another one you can use Kevin Durant dribble pull-up. I like using this on like a 6'8" or 6'9", but if you don't like Pro 2, use KD. But when it comes to this one, this is mostly like a last resort. I tried Wemby dribble pull-up, but I wasn't liking it, but I end up using normal 2. Normal 2 is going to be what your go-to is going to be if you're on a 7-foot build and you can't get Kevin Durant. Now with me being on these builds and trying out different things, for my small guards, I'm going to give you some of the best bases you can use, and the first one is Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is one of the best bases you can use in small guard because it's not too quick, it's not too slow, but also you can choose the rhythm shoot with it or use the actual button. Then we have Cam Thomas, which if you like quick jump shots, this is the base you're going to use if you don't got Patty Mills or you don't got KPJ, but some people still prefer using that over these 2 starter 4 rep jump shots that you need. Now this one is Patty Mills, which the requirement is only an 85 mid-range or 85 3-pointer just to unlock this base with being starter 4. But KPJ, you need to be 84 mid-range or 84 3-pointer to unlock this base while being a starter 4. Then we have the Devin Booker base, which you have to be at 88 mid-range or 3-pointer to unlock, and a lot of people sleep on this, especially when it comes to like the 6'5s to even 6'9s. This base is actually nice, but for a base that's being used a lot, the people that don't like Cam Thomas or they don't like the Curry jump shot, Allen Iverson is a great jump shot to use because you can rhythm shoot with this, and it's very close to T-Mac from 2K24. Then we have Kyle Lowry. If you're someone on the lower end, you got around that 84 3-pointer, you can use Kyle Lowry to make a good jump shot. So for those that have a lower 3-pointer than 80, Jacoby Walter is one of the best bases you can use, as it's somewhat like JT Thor. Then we have Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker is a cool jump shot to use. It's an up and down motion. It's actually nice off the dribble as well, but if you're someone that got a high 3-pointer, Curry is like a hit or miss. This is based on if you like the base or you even like how fast the jump shot is, but Curry is a fast jump shot to use in NBA 2K25. And if you're someone on the lower end when it comes to shooting, you need to put on Bronny James jump shot. Bronny James requires a 66 3-pointer or mid-range, but for those best bases I just gave you for the small guards, I'm gonna end up giving you some of the best jump shots you can use for the small guard builds from 5'9" all the way to 6'4". Now the first one, this is Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson, Isaiah Calliner, and then we got Damian Lillard. Now you can change Damian Lillard for Stephen Curry, it's optional, but just know it's going to slightly change when it comes to the defensive immunity. Now as this being a max speed jump shot on push with a 67-33 blend, this is a jump shot that you can end up using to rhythm shoot if you want to, but you also can use square. Now you can use this on both sides when it comes to shooting. You have to mess around with a few things as of the visual cue based on if you rhythm shoot or you're going to end up using square. It's just a few ticks to the right or a few ticks to the left based on your preference, but I usually end up having it around push. And the thing about Allen Iverson jump shot this year is somewhat similar to T-Mac in 2K24. Like, it's kind of hard to contest even if you're on a small guard. I would say at the lowest like a 6'2" guard when it comes to actually like lowering the shot contest. Then the next one is that Kyrie Irving jump shot base. Now usually people do pure Kyrie Irving, but this is Kyrie Irving, Oscar Robertson, Oscar Robertson. You can do 50-50 or 100%. It doesn't really matter. It's not gonna make any type of difference. And with Kyrie Irving being a slower jump shot, not super slow, but slower compared to like the Patty Mills, the KPJs, the Cam Thomases, this is one that you want to have slightly like on push. You want to have this jump shot on push visual cue, or even more a little behind push. I say that between push or a little bit behind push, where you can get a quicker release off with this jump shot. But as to the jump shot in one, it's a good jump shot to use. Even off the dribble, it's nice. Catch and shoot is nice. But when it comes to actual visual cue, I can say out of the visual cue and win the base, I definitely recommend you use this. If you're someone that got a 90-something 3-pointer or you got Kyrie Irving unlocked, try this out. With the jump shot requirement altogether, you gotta have a 91 3-pointer or you gotta have a 91 mid-range, and especially with builds that a lot of people make, they can end up getting this jump shot, especially with the high mid-range builds in NBA 2K25. But for the next jump shot, we've seen this jump shot before. This is the Cam Thomas, Oscar Robertson, Colin Sexton. Now look, you could change this up just a little. Like if you someone that want to end up messing around with a few things, would be the blending. Some people like going 60-40, 70-30. That's an option that you can end up doing based on if you want to end up having your jump shot to be a little bit faster, or you want a better visual cue when using Cam Thomas. I can say Cam Thomas is a good catch and shoot jump shot, but even off the dribble, it's good. It's one of those jump shots that you want to use if you're trying to get your shot off very fast. But for the next jump shot is Patty Mills. Now with Patty Mills, you need to be a starter for a rep. You cannot use this jump shot if you're not a starter for a rep. I told y'all about this. Y'all asked me what jump shot I used in my Uncle Drew video. This was the jump shot. Patty Mills, Oscar Robertson. It doesn't really matter with the blending. I'm gonna be honest with you, the blending does not matter. It can be literally 100%, 50-50. It don't really matter. But as of the speed, it's gonna be 75 speed or 3/4 speed, as you want to say it. And then when the actual visual cue, we're gonna have it literally at the same when it comes to this. Now, really, your wingspan is gonna dictate what your visual cue is gonna be, and also your reaction time. Now, when it comes to this, I have some builds with shorter arms and I have builds with longer arms. So I would have to take in consideration what I would have to change my visual cue based on those builds I use. And all you need is an 88 3-pointer or 88 mid-range to use this jump shot. Now, if you're someone that's gonna be using a low 3-point rating or a low mid-range rating, you're trying to shoot the ball, you're not gonna be like lights out Stephen Curry shooting out his ball, but you're gonna be able to knock down some shots. I told you, Bronny James jump shot. Now, if you think Bronny James is a little too slow, you could push up the speed if you want to, but I had it slightly past push. But for the jump shot like this, you're not gonna be out here just chucking up threes consistently with a 74 or 73 3-pointer on a small guard. But as of a good jump shot you can use, Bronny James is that one. Then we have KPJ, Stephen Curry, Oscar Robertson. Now you could switch this if you want to, but I like this one, especially if you're a twos player. Twos, a lot of people tell me, this KPJ is the one. As a max speed, 47-53, slightly past push, and this jump shot is a green bean. Catch and shoot off the dribble. And the thing about KPJ, there's not that many hitches in the jump shot compared to other ones, especially when it comes to catch and shoot. Most of the time off the quick stop, it's usually clean, especially when to the same ball hand. I know a lot of people have that type of problems here and there, but as of coming off the actual non-ball hand, it's still clean as well. But for all my bigger builds, like my 6'5s to 6'9s, my poppers, my lockdowns, my big guards, even my NBA player type builds, look, we got the 6'5s to 6'9s best bases you can use. And you know, I had to put Ray Allen back on here. Ray Allen, I got a jump shot for y'all when it comes to Ray Allen as well. But Jarrett Culver, #1 jump shot in the game, to be honest. Like, it's one of the hardest contested jump shots in the game, and all you need is a 79 3-pointer or mid-range just to unlock Jarrett Culver. But as of customizing the jump shot, you want at least an 81 and 82 3-point rating or mid-range to try to actually blend something. Jacoby Walter, the JT Thor, NBA 2K25, literally the JT Thor. Like, just move the names and change the actual things, and it's literally JT Thor. Scottie Pippen is literally Jonathan Isaac for 6'9", 6'8", to 6'6". That's the same actual jump shot. It's just up and down, and all you need is a 79 3-pointer or a 79 mid-range to use Scottie Pippen. Now the next one is Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is maybe one of my favorite jump shots in the game. I don't use it as much because it could get contested, but based on what I be playing, I use Jarrett Culver. But Matt Ryan, off the dribble, catch and shoot. Once you end up messing around with the actual blending and speeds and you actually get the timing down, you will like Matt Ryan jump shot. Then we have J.R. Smith. If you having problems timing your jump shot and you got a low 3-point rating, low mid-range rating, you want to use a good jump shot, J.R. Smith is one of those ones to use. You can rhythm shoot with this, or you can end up using a button. But when it comes to the high mid-range, high 3-pointer MPJ, it's a good base to use. 90 mid-range or 90 3-pointer. Then Kobe. Kobe is, I must just say, Kobe is a catch and shoot jump shot. I do not recommend you to use Kobe off the dribble, but catch and shoot, Kobe is a cool jump shot to use. The same thing with Carmelo. I don't like Carmelo off the dribble just because he somewhat leans forward and it can give you a contest. So keep that in mind if you do use Carmelo. But next is Jalen Tyson. I told you a lot of pro players to use it on the catch and shoot in the corner, but I've been seeing it off the ISO. Off the ISO, Jalen Tyson might be that one. I'm gonna be honest, Jalen Tyson off the ISO might be that one, to be honest to y'all boys. But look, as I gave y'all some of the best bases, let's get into some of the best jump shots you can use on these big builds, from poppers to lockdowns, from ISOing, even shooting them off the dribble. Now look, Ray Allen, Paul Millsap, Oscar Robertson, 52-48, max speed, slightly past push. Now this one, you have to have a 89 mid-range or 3-pointer to use. And this is one of those jump shots that you have to have a high rating just to be able to use. Now, most of these are going to be on builds that have short arms, or you're going to be on a smaller build as a 6'6", 6'5", or even 6'7". Now, I'm going to be honest to you. Off the dribble, nice. Catch and shoot, nice. It's just sometimes you do get a weird hitch off of trying to quick stop on a bigger build, even though quick stopping is hard to do on a bigger build, but you do get a weird hit sometimes. Then we have the Jalen Tyson. Now lately, off the ISO, Jalen Tyson has been nice for me. Jalen Tyson, Oscar Robertson. I'm gonna tell you this now. Max speed, somewhat at the halfway mark between push and release. I say maybe like almost 10 to 10. I say 10 ticks to the right. Then with 100%, or you can go 50-50. It doesn't really matter. It's just pure Oscar Robertson release, so it's not gonna make a big difference. But all you need is an 85 3-pointer to use this jump shot right now. Now, if you're an ISO build or you got a build with a high mid range, you can unlock this. And I'm telling y'all this now. Y'all need to start making builds with high mid ranges. If y'all know y'all can't get a high 3-point rating, definitely make a build with a high mid range rating so you can unlock all these jump shots. All you need really is like an 87 or 88 to be able to unlock all the good jump shots, but I do recommend 90 at the most to unlock everything. But for this jump shot right here, off the ISO, off the dribble, I definitely would recommend it even off the catch and shoot. Then we have Jared Culver, Oscar Robertson, Beluba. Now Cole, he sent me this jump shot. I know he's been using this lately on his no money spent build, and I do have a Jared Culver jump shot that y'all boys love, and I tested it out. He likes the rhythm shoot, so if you're a rhythm shooter type of person, this Jared Culver jump shot might be for you, as it is max speed, 55-45 blend. It's Oscar Robertson, Beluba. I didn't go fully to release like he did because I don't rhythm shoot like that, but I can knock down some shots here and there. But as I'm shooting with this, as I had it for my visual cue, it's knocked down. I'm using the right stick to end up rhythm shooting. Even off the actual square button, I'm knocking down shots. Now with this one, I definitely would say this will come with a little muscle memory for me, but if you already got rhythm shooting down, hey, you won't be money with this. You won't be money, especially if you already used Jared Culver before. But all my people that got low 3-point ratings, you're not really like the best shooter, this may be the best base for you. J.R. Smith, Charles Bassey, Beluba. I'm telling y'all, if you can't find Beluba, Beluba's literally at the bottom of the menu when it comes to releases. So everybody like, where's Beluba? It's at the bottom. But with this being max speed and this is on push, I like it. I like it. I don't know about when it comes to actual rhythm shooting for this one. I would say you would have to mess with the actual visual cue. I told y'all, with some of these jump shots, you gotta mess with the visual cue or you gotta slow down the jump shot if you're gonna end up rhythm shooting. But as of using square, there's no problem with that jump shot. But y'all know the go-to jump shot, the jump shot I always use, the Jared Culver, Sadiq Bey, Oscar Robertson, max speed, 50-50. On push. Now you could end up messing around with the visual cue like I told y'all boys, but this is the jump shot that y'all see consistently because this is the one that helps me shoot at least 60 to 65% from the 3-point line and around 70% from the field goal when I'm actually like really locked in. I used this in the Cooper Flag video. I think I used it in the LeBron video. Also, I used it in Jason Tatum video. All those games, y'all know I went crazy in them, even shooting crazy shots from fades to 3-pointers, step back threes. Like, this is the jump shot that I've been using consistently for almost 3.5 seasons, and it still hasn't failed me yet. So make sure y'all boys try this jump shot for sure. But if you're someone that's not liking the Jared Culver base, Jacoby Walter is definitely a nice little option you can use. As of the visual cue, if you use JT Thor in NBA 2K24, this is literally JT Thor. JT Thor, Sadiq Bey, Oscar Robertson. 55-45 blend, 3/4 speed, or you can max speed it based on how you feeling. Like if you feel too slow, max speed it and just mess with the actual visual cue. That's the only thing I can really tell with that one. You can change the speed, mess with the visual cue, but as of the blend, I mess with the blend. It literally gives me the same feel of JT Thor in NBA 2K24. But since I've been talking about the big guards, the lockdowns, and the poppers, let's talk about the other big builds, the 6'10s all the way to 7'3s. Now we got Mike Muscala. Mike Muscala might be the fastest jump shot base for big builds in NBA 2K25, no matter if you're a big man, and all it requires is a 84 mid-range or 3-pointer. Then we have Jonathan Isaac, the #1 jump shot. Statistically, is the #1 jump shot in NBA 2K25. As of stats and everything, you can make it and also make good jump shots of it. So then we got Chris Bosh, which requires an 85 mid-range or 3-pointer. I do recommend you need at least an 85 mid-range or 87 mid-range when it comes to trying to get all these good jump shots. But if you want like a low 3-point rating, you can use Andre Drummond. It only requires a 46. But if you want to be able to use versatility and use different type of jump shots, you need at least an 85 to 87 mid-range or 3-pointer to unlock these jump shots. Now look, Jabari Smith Jr. is cool, but this one, Oliver Sarr, I put y'all on to Oliver Sarr. Now, everybody I'm seeing is posting Oliver Sarr jump shot bases, but Oliver Sarr is a nasty base. It's maybe the second fastest jump shot you can use, but as long as you put some good customs to it, you'll be good. Then we got Tyler Smith. So you got a low 3-point rating, you're on a 77, 78. You're gonna use that Tyler Smith jump shot to unlock that while having a good time and stability. That's one thing with some of these taller builds. It's kind of hard to get a good time and stability how 2K sets it up for taller builds. I'm gonna be honest to you. You have to use somewhat slower jump shots, but you got to compensate with the time and stability. Then we got PJ Washington, PJ Tucker. Now both PJs is cool, it's just optional based on what releases you use with them. Then we have MPJ, 90 mid-range, 93 pointer, and lately I've been seeing a lot of 7-foot builds with a 90 mid-range or a 93 mid-range. But Yusuf Missy, this one right here is maybe the fastest jump shot in the game, but you will end up having to find some releases to make the actual stats better. But look, the best bases you can use, now we got the best jump shots. Jonathan Isaac, Charles Bassey, David West. You could use Beluba. You can always sub out to get Baluba. I know some of the stats for this is more of a rhythm shooting type of jump shot, but also you can use square. It's 3/4 speed. You could max speed it, but 70-30 is what I like. You can change it up if you want to, but this is where I end up messing around to use it on the Wimby build. But this is more of a rhythm shooting jump shot. So if you're someone that likes the rhythm shooting your big builds, use this jump shot right here. You rhythm shoot it. It's not too slow, it's not too fast. You still can use square if you want to, but as of rhythm shooting, this is the jump shot that you want to use to actually rhythm shoot with. Then the next one is the Oliver Sarr Derniwinski Baluba. Now I showed y'all this jump shot. This jump shot on max speed, you can change it on the visual cue. The visual cue, you can end up putting it on release if you feel like it's too fast. If it's too fast, put it on release. Just fully move the bar all the way to release. Don't even keep it by push, because this is a fast jump shot to use. And if you think this is fast, just imagine if you use Mike Muscala base. But for another Oliver Sarr jump shot, this is Oliver Sarr, Jeremiah Robinson, Earl, and then we have Baluba. Max speed on release. This one is going to be 40-60. 40-60 blend, and this jump shot is actually nice. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's nice and it's fast. If you don't like your jump shot too fast, this might not be the jump shot for you. I do not recommend you to rhythm shoot with this. This is going to be hard to rhythm shoot with it. I'm going to tell you this now. Trying to rhythm shoot with this jump shot is going to be very hard to do. You have to use square or you have to use X, especially with a jump shot like this. But when it comes to shooting with Oliver Sarr, I'm telling you, it looks so nice. It's a good, clean up and down. It's literally a clean jump shot with a decent visual cue for certain people. Some people might not like the visual cue, but for me, I'm messing with it. And I can feel the difference from me using Dirk and actually using Jeremiah Earl Robinson. This is like a big difference. It's a big difference. I can see the actual elevation of my jump shot versus me using Dirk. Now we got Jonathan Isaac, Donovan Clingan, and then we got Chet Hunger. Now this one is on max speed, 1783 blend, and this is slightly on push. As it is being on push, it's slightly past push, but as your visual cue is going to be different from mine slightly. If you want to end up using exactly what I got, this is what I've been using with square. This is more of a square jump shot. Now, if you like the rhythm shoot, you could possibly end up making the actual visual cue more in the middle, a halfway between release and push, or you could put it a little bit almost on the release end. But as of using square, this is the one I like to use, especially as of lately. But for the next jump shot, we have PJ Tucker on 3/4 speed, 50-50 with Montrell Harrell, KD, and then also we got this jump shot on push. Now look, if you have shorter arms, this jump shot is going to be super fast. Even with me having 3/4 speed, is going to be super fast. But if you got longer arms, this jump shot is going to be maybe somewhat quick, but not as quick as somebody who got shorter arms. You got to take that accountability when it comes to the certain builds that you have. Now, I told y'all when it comes to shooting on certain builds, like long arm builds and short arm builds, there's going to be a different timing. It's not going to be the same timing, even if you got the same stats. Now, with these builds that I'm showing you, I got to end up giving you some of the settings that I use and some of the tips that I can tell y'all to help y'all become better shooters and things that can end up making you shoot above 60%. But first, I'm going to show you my controller settings. My controller settings, we're playing on high risk. Now, if you don't have good internet or your timing is not that good, I do recommend you to use normal, even though I hate to say it, but I gotta always incorporate people who don't have the best internet or the best reaction time. The only thing I would say is normal risk and high risk. But if you got good internet, or you got good reaction time, or you wanna get a high reward, use high risk. Now, if you wanna know about the actual shot timing cue I use push. I use push, sometimes I'll use release, but mostly every time I'm going to be on push. It's only a few times that I will put it on set point, but not that much. But push is the best option to end up using, and it's the easiest to see when it comes to shooting the ball in NBA 2K25. Now that I gave you controller settings, you need to have your hotspots. Hotspots is very important. You need to have hotspots. If you don't have hotspots, it's going to be hard to knock down shots. You need to go get your lethal spots. You need to get your hotspots. But look, when it comes to hotspots, it's very important. It makes a big difference. But look, if you need a little bit more of a push, definitely recommend Jump Shot Boost. Jump Shot Boost is not that expensive because this is the only category most people use, and it only costs $1,500. As of me getting stuff off the wheel, that's different, but as of actually using Jump Shot Boost, it definitely helps. It could burn a hole in your pocket if you play a lot, but just keep that in mind. And at a certain point, you're playing at a disadvantage if you're not using it. But look, after all the information I gave y'all today from jump shot bases, dribble pull-ups, best jump shots, and even settings and actual tips that you can use, hey man, make sure y'all boys drop a like, make sure y'all boys subscribe, turn notifications if y'all haven't yet. I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next one. Hey man, check out the 2 videos on the screen.